Stay until the end because one common heat-related mistake with this patch can actually be life-threatening. Today, we are conducting a deep dive masterclass into the fentanyl transdermal system, covering everything from molecular science to latest clinical data. Before we begin, please note, this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not intended as medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always speak with your doctor, pharmacist, or healthcare provider before starting, stopping, or changing any medication. Everyone's health situation is different, and what works for one person may not be right for another. Welcome back to Medication Quick Facts. I'm Dr. V. If you find this medical deep dive helpful, please like and subscribe to join our community and stay updated on latest clinical data. Today's masterclass focuses on the fentanyl patch, a sophisticated tool for chronic severe pain management in opioid-tolerant patients. This 15-minute masterclass is designed to provide you with the same depth of knowledge we deliver in our hospital clinical sessions. Fentanyl is a potent synthetic opioid, roughly 50 to 100 times stronger than morphine. It is a pure opioid agonist. It works primarily by binding to mu-opioid receptors in the central nervous system, blocking pain signals at the spinal cord level. By inhibiting adenyl cyclase, it reduces the release of neurotransmitters such as substance P, GABA, and dopamine in the CNS. Fentanyl's high lipophilicity, or fat solubility, and low molecular weight make it uniquely suited for transdermal delivery through the skin. This allows the drug to readily penetrate the skin's lipid-rich stratum corneum, creating the foundation for its long-acting sustained release. As a phenylpiperidine derivative, its chemical structure is designed for high-affinity binding, which explains its profound analgesic potency. Unlike oral pills, the patch creates a concentrated depot or reservoir in the upper layers of your skin and subcutaneous adipose tissue. After application, it typically takes 12 to 24 hours for serum concentrations to reach a therapeutic level in your systemic circulation. Peak levels occur between 24 and 72 hours. A steady state is reached after the second or third consecutive patch application. When the patch is removed, absorption continues from the skin depot. The terminal half-life after removal is 13 to 22 hours. This depot effect is why the analgesic benefits persist long after the physical patch has been discarded from the body. Fentanyl is metabolized primarily in the liver by the CYP3A4 enzyme into norfentanyl, which is an inactive and safe metabolite. The drug's affinity for adipose tissue means that the subcutaneous fat layer acts as a buffer, regulating the slow entry of fentanyl into your bloodstream. Approximately 75% of the dose is excreted in the urine, while less than 10% remains in its original unchanged form. This metabolism pathway means that medications that inhibit CYP3A4 can lead to dangerously high levels of fentanyl in the blood. Clinical trials demonstrate that transdermal fentanyl is as effective as sustained-release oral morphine for severe cancer-related pain. Significantly, fentanyl users reported a 30% lower incidence of constipation and sedation compared to those on oral morphine regimens. In crossover trials, 65% of patients preferred the patch due to superior overall pain control and better tolerability profiles. Applying Jupiter-style subgroup analysis, we see that the patch maintains efficacy across varied patient demographics and pain types. While fentanyl is a full agonist, buprenorphine is a partial agonist with a ceiling effect on respiratory depression risks. Additional data from the asteroid and dose trials further validate the long-term safety profile of transdermal systems in diverse clinical settings. Buprenorphine is often preferred for renal patients as it requires less adjustment than fentanyl, which can accumulate in renal failure. Breakthrough pain affects 70% of chronic pain patients. It's a sudden spike that breaks through your long-acting patch coverage. It is vital to note that while fentanyl is more potent, buprenorphine's ceiling effect provides a unique safety margin for respiratory function. For these spikes, rapid-onset opioids or rescue doses, usually 5 to 20% of your daily dose, are used for immediate relief. For predictable incident pain like physical therapy, it is recommended to take a rescue dose 30 minutes before the activity. Your clinical team will calculate these rescue doses based on your total daily background opioid requirements for safety. Dietary choices matter. We recommend a Mediterranean diet rich in soluble fiber and omega-3s to lower systemic inflammation. The DASH diet and a healthy sodium to potassium ratio can also support overall cardiovascular health during opioid therapy. Soluble fiber is particularly important to manage the gastrointestinal effects often associated with long-term opioid use. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fish oil can help stabilize cell membranes and further reduce the inflammatory burden on your body. Magnesium supplementation, under medical supervision, may also assist in muscle relaxation and support neural pathways in pain management. Activity modification is essential. Instead of pushing through, pace your activities and take breaks before the pain spikes. Follow AHA exercise recommendations where possible, modifying intensity to stay within your personal comfort and safety limits. Scheduled breaks help prevent the boom and bust cycle, where overexertion leads to several days of increased pain levels. Follow AHA exercise recommendations where possible, modifying intensity to stay within your personal comfort and safety limits. Using salt substitutes and lowering sodium intake helps manage fluid retention, which is vital for patients with comorbid conditions. Sleep hygiene is critical. Insomnia increases inflammatory markers. Avoid screens 2 hours before a strict bedtime. Breaking the boom-bust cycle is the most difficult but rewarding part of chronic pain rehabilitation. Consistency is more important than intensity. Establishing a regular sleep-wake cycle helps reset your circadian rhythm, which plays a major role in pain threshold regulation. Mind-body techniques like guided imagery can reduce your fight-or-flight response, lowering perceived pain intensity levels. Progressive muscle relaxation helps you identify and release tension that often accumulates during chronic pain flares. The NIH identifies stress, inactivity, and smoking as perpetuating factors that can significantly worsen chronic pain outcomes. Smoking reduces blood flow to your tissues and interferes with the healing process, leading to more frequent and intense pain. Critical. External heat from saunas, hot tubs, or even a fever can accelerate drug release from the skin depot significantly. This rapid release can lead to a life-threatening accidental overdose. Always keep the application site away from direct heat. If you develop a high fever, contact your doctor immediately, as the increased skin temperature will alter your dosing. Used patches still contain over half their medication. The FDA recommends folding the adhesive sides together and flushing immediately. This prevents fatal exposure to children or pets. If available, you can also use professional drug take-back programs for safety. Accidental exposure is a medical emergency. Children finding trash patches is a leading cause of accidental pediatric opioid deaths. Welcome to our Master Q&A. Question 1. Can I swim? Yes, most patches are waterproof, but always check the edges afterward. Question 2. What if it falls off? Replace it with a new one immediately, but choose a different site to avoid irritation. Question 3. Can I cut the patch for a smaller dose? No, cutting it can cause dose dumping, leading to a fatal overdose. Question 4. Is it only for end-of-life care? No, it's for any chronic, severe pain requiring continuous opioid therapy. Question 5. Why doesn't it work right away? It needs 12 to 24 hours to build the essential skin depot reservoir. Question 6. Can I drink alcohol? Alcohol can dangerously increase sedative and respiratory effects. It is best to avoid it. Question 7. What if I have a fever? Fever increases skin absorption. Monitor for side effects and contact your doctor immediately. Question 8. Can I drive? Avoid driving until you know how the medication affects your alertness, especially during initial therapy. Question 9. Why am I so itchy? It's a common side effect from histamine release or a reaction to the patch adhesive. Question 10. Can I wear it during an MRI? Some patches contain metal in the backing and must be removed to avoid burns. We continue our master Q&A, addressing the remaining 10 critical questions for safe and effective fentanyl patch usage. Question 11. Can I shower with the patch? Yes, but avoid direct hot water on the site and don't rub the patch area. Question 12. Why must I rotate sites? Rotating prevents skin irritation and ensure the depot is consistent in different areas. Question 13. What if I miss a dose? Apply the next patch as soon as you remember, but maintain your original timing cycle. Question 14. What does opioid-tolerant mean? It means taking at least 60 milligrams of oral morphine daily for a week. Question 15. How should I store new patches? Store them in a cool, dry place, strictly out of reach of children or pets. Question 16. Can I use it for sudden back strain? No, it's strictly for long-term chronic pain, not intermittent flare-ups. Question 17. What if there's an overdose? Naloxone or Narcan can reverse fentanyl, though multiple doses may be needed. Question 18. Will it show on drug tests? Yes, but a specific fentanyl screen is required as it misses standard panels. Question 19. What are common side effects? Expect mild nausea, drowsiness, and some skin redness at the application site. Question 20. Can I stop abruptly? No. Opioids require careful tapering to avoid withdrawal symptoms. Consult your doctor. Question 21. How do I handle disposal if flushing is not an option? Use a tamper-proof container and take it to a pharmacy. Question 22. Should I shave the hair before application? No. Use clippers. Shaving can irritate the skin and increase absorption. Question 23. How should I clean the site? Clean only with water. Soaps or alcohols can alter skin permeability and absorption. Question 24. What are the signs of an overdose? Look for slow breathing, extreme sleepiness, or very small pinpoint pupils. Scrutiny of latest clinical data from 2023 shows that while effective, monitoring for trial bias is essential. Evidence characteristics for transdermal systems are rated highly based on large randomized controlled studies. Metrics from major trials suggest that transdermal delivery offers more stable serum levels than rapid titration methods. Pediatric studies show efficacy in children as young as 2, provided they are already opioid tolerant. Elderly patients may require lower doses due to slower clearance and higher sensitivity to opioid side effects. Research into special populations, including Asian patients, continues to inform personalized dosing strategies. Pregnancy warnings are strict. Chronic opioid use during pregnancy can lead to neonatal withdrawal symptoms. Renal adjustment is necessary for fentanyl as the drug and its metabolites are excreted primarily by the kidneys. Follow the ABC dosing rule. Be aware of timing, balance with rescue doses, and maintain consistency in application. Home monitoring of respiratory rate and alertness is vital during the first 72 hours of treatment cycles. When discontinuing, follow a clinical tapering protocol like the Ashton method to minimize withdrawal distress. If you accidentally touch the drug side of a patch, wash your hands immediately with water, never soap. Always handle patches with care, ensuring they are stored in a secure, child-proof, and pet-proof location. Many manufacturers offer $0 copay programs and 30-day free trials to support clinical patient access. Patient assistance programs may also be available for those who meet specific financial and clinical criteria. First synthesized by Paul Janssen in 1960, fentanyl was originally an intravenous anesthetic for major surgery. The transdermal patch was approved in the 1990s, revolutionizing long-term chronic pain management protocols. The development history, including the Upjohn story, highlights the innovation in opioid delivery systems over the decades. At 336.5 grams per mole, fentanyl's low molecular weight is a key factor in its transdermal permeability. With an octanol-to-water partition ratio greater than 700, its high lipophilicity is clinical excellence in drug design. The terminal half-life of intravenous fentanyl is only 2 to 4 hours, unlike the much longer transdermal profile. This masterclass was designed to give you a clinical foundation for managing chronic pain safely and effectively. Managing pain is a journey of precision and education. You are now better equipped to partner with your doctor. Knowledge is power in your health journey. Understanding your medication is the first step to a safer recovery. Clinical precision in every patch application ensures that you maintain steady pain control throughout your therapy. Always prioritize safety and follow your provider's instructions exactly to avoid serious complications or overdose. Your journey toward pain-free living is unique. Keep detailed logs of your pain levels and any side effects you experience. Consult your pharmacist about potential drug-drug interactions and any new herbal supplements you plan to take. Stay informed with our latest guides. Medical science is constantly evolving, and we are here to bridge that gap. If you found this valuable, please subscribe and comment with medications you'd like us to explain next. Thank you for watching Medication Quick Facts. I'm Dr. V, and I'll see you in our next Deep Dive Masterclass. Share this guide with anyone managing chronic pain. Your support helps us continue producing free clinical education. Medication Quick Facts, bridging the gap between clinical science and patient care. Stay healthy. In summary, respect the skin depot, avoid external heat, dispose of patches safely, and always maintain your rescue dose schedule.